The federal courthouse in Washington, D.C. crackled with tension. Weeks earlier, several states had passed sweeping voting restrictions that civil rights advocates called the most aggressive suppression effort in a generation. What was scheduled as a routine congressional hearing on the Protecting Voting Rights Act had quietly become a powder keg. Judge Andrew Napolitano, former Fox News legal analyst, Trump appointee, and self-described constitutional purist, presided with the calm authority of a man who had never been seriously challenged. At 75, he carried decades of legal gravitas into that courtroom. He expected deference. He expected order. He did not expect Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. Crockett, a former civil rights attorney from Texas, arrived with a binder thick enough to stop a bullet. She was there to testify about systematic voter suppression affecting hundreds of thousands of constituents. From the moment she sat down, it was clear this would be no ordinary testimony. "Congresswoman," Napolitano began, peering down from the bench, "you've made serious allegations. I hope you have substantial evidence to support them." "I do, Your Honor," Crockett replied evenly. "Over 200,000 affected voters in my district alone." What followed stunned even seasoned court observers. Crockett didn't grandstand. She built her case the way a seasoned litigator would, statute by statute, document by document. In Harris County alone, she cited 47 polling location closures, with 87% occurring in majority-minority zip codes, backed by FOIA-obtained internal communications from state election officials. Napolitano grew visibly uncomfortable. He interrupted. He challenged her methodology. He accused her of political theater. Crockett never raised her voice. She simply kept presenting facts. Then Napolitano reached for his gavel. "You're out of order, Congresswoman. I'm holding you in contempt and fining you $1,000. The crack of the gavel echoed through the room, and Jasmine Crockett smiled. The smile on Jasmine Crockett's face wasn't defiance. It was preparation. "Your Honor," she said, her voice steady as granite, "I accept the citation, but I have a few questions about its legal foundation." Napolitano blinked. "You don't question my rulings in my courtroom." "Actually, I do." She opened her folder. "The speech or debate clause, Article 1, Section 6, protects members of Congress from being questioned in any other place regarding their legislative speech. My testimony today concerns legislation currently before Congress. Your contempt citation appears to be a direct violation of constitutional separation of powers." The whispers in the gallery became a roar. But Crockett wasn't finished. She produced printed documents and slid them across the table. "3 weeks ago, you appeared on Fox News and called the Protecting Voting Rights Act, and I'm quoting directly, constitutional overreach that will destroy election integrity. Judicial Canon 2 requires judges to avoid even the appearance of impropriety. Publicly condemning legislation, then holding its defender in contempt, creates exactly that appearance. Napolitano's face turned crimson. Then came the final blow. "Are you familiar with the law firm Brennan and Associates?" Crockett asked calmly, holding up a tablet displaying federal financial disclosure documents. "According to your own filings, line 47, you hold $847,000 in stock in a firm paid over $2 million by the Republican National Committee to challenge voting rights legislation in federal court." The room collapsed into chaos. "I move for your immediate recusal," Crockett said over the noise, "and for dismissal of this contempt citation as both constitutionally invalid and ethically compromised." Napolitano sat in silence. Then quietly he muttered, "Court is in recess." He left the bench without another word. Jasmine Crockett gathered her documents, snapped her binder shut, and stood calmly as the courtroom erupted around her, having just turned a $1,000 contempt fine into a career-ending reckoning.